This is going to be an extremely easy process, and even if you don't know anything about coding, you will be able to create a landing page and customize it to your liking. In this video, we're going to use AI to create a landing page. We'll do this in multiple steps. First step will be to clone an existing landing page in V0, and then we'll go to ChatGPT and write a custom copy for an imaginary brand or a product. Bring that copy into V0 and add that to our landing page. Once that is added and we are happy with the way the landing page looks, we copy that code from V0 and then go to Claude and customize it to our liking. So let's get started. This is the page that we are going to recreate. This is just a random page that I actually found on munchai.com. We don't really have to look too much into that. In V0, I'm just going to give this prompt. Can you clone this sales bar JV page, which is what it is, or more or less like a landing page? And this is the link. I want you to use real images as placeholders, use the same colors and styles for button, use all the sections in the landing page same as the link. Make sure that there is a separation between dark background and light background section after section as in the original page. I want the code as a single file, no need for multiple files of the code. So here, you can see that there is this dark background and this white background. Generally speaking, when you do the cloning, it doesn't do that. So we are specifically saying to V0 that we need that. And this part of the prompt is because I want to take the code from V0 to Claude. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a go. Okay, it has taken a screenshot of the top portion of this landing page. And that's generally how V0 does it. The cloning technology is not all that great. We have known that from the previous video that I did on this topic. When you're just giving these links, it will take those text, but the design isn't exactly replicated in the cloning. But let's see what output V0 comes back to us with. Okay, great. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to open this in a new tab to see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, it has done quite a bit of stuff. But the only thing is that this is just the top of the page. Okay, and there is some overlap and all that, which is, okay, we'll just go back. So let's give a follow-up prompt. This is the prompt I'm going to give. That is just the top portion of the page. Give me the full page and remember the prompt from the first message. So I'll also give this additional message. The image at the top is overlapping with the goes live element. This is what we are talking about. So it has started coding again. And the good thing is that as of now, it is coding everything in a single page, which is what we asked for. It has actually taken that into account, which is actually great. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's loading up. Okay, so let's open it in a new tab. Okay. It has taken off that image. Okay. It has added all of these things. I want the images which is not added. Okay, so let's start customizing it a little bit. I'm going to give this prompt. Make sure to add real images as placeholders. That is my main problem here. Change the colors to match my brand colors. I'm giving these 3 colors here and make the fonts modern and trendy. So if you just look at this, it has these dark background here. It has the white background here. All of that is as per the initial message that was provided. So these are the colors that we are trying to change it to. So it is taking a long time. So yeah, it's loading. Let's see. Oh my God, it has changed a lot of things. So you can see that it has made a lot of changes with the colors, but it's not exactly what we are looking at. And before we make any more changes here, let's do one thing. Let's go to ChatGPT. And in ChatGPT, I'm going to give this prompt. Can you look at this link and give the link? I have a similar product called Speechly. I want you to adapt and give me new copy inspired from this page. We need to stick to all the sections used in the page as it is. Okay. So yeah, it has read the link here. So we're just changing and customizing the text for our needs. So I'm just going to copy this and then go back to V0 and I'm going to paste this. And then give this prompt, replace the copy with this text. Okay, and then enter. So if you see in ChatGPT, all that we did is actually give it a link. One more thing I could have done was go to that page, click here, Control A to select all the text, Control C to copy, come here, paste that, and just say replace these text, and we could have gotten a more targeted output. But I really did not want to do that. I really wanted to see if it can read the link and give us the text. Let's go back to V0 and see if it has rendered it. Okay, so it's loading now. Let's see, it has changed the text. Look at this, introducing Speechly. So it has made the changes to the text or the copy. All right, that is actually pretty nice. Okay, I'll give this follow-up prompt. Let's say I want you to add those Warrior Plus and Explorely affiliate buttons and similar elements. Add back all the image elements as well while using the new copy. You still need to use stock images that are real images so that the design looks complete. Bring back the black and white backgrounds while still using the brand colors, okay? Hopefully this time around, it's going to keep the feel of the original page. At the same time, it will use our brand colors and also our new copy. Okay, so it's loading. Yes. So much better already. Let's open it in a new tab. Nice. Okay, so the black background, white background, all of that is nice. Join our affiliate program. It has added that. It has added the Warrior Plus and Explodely link. All right. That is so much better. One more thing that we should add is the images. It has not added the images. Rest of it looks good. Please add. Sometimes we have to really request and plead, I guess. Real images in the spots of image placeholders. Don't change anything else. I'm going to give enter. Let's see it adds the image. Please add the image. Please add the image. Okay. Okay, we can see here it has added the Unsplash image. Okay. Can we see an image? No. No. Okay, yes. Yes, we have the images. All right. Okay, so let's open it in a new tab and yay. So we don't care about that. That's fine. Okay, and there's an image here. We have images here. Only, okay, 5 of them. One more would be nice. Okay, like I said, we're going to customize it anyways. So we have these sections. Okay. Then the reviews, join affiliate programs. Okay, and we have images for these people, which is all good. Great, actually. Okay, so I'll give one more prompt here in V0, and that will be, please spice up the overall design by adding some clean gradients while not disturbing the overall design of the page. Okay, let's see. It's loading up. All right. Let's open up in a new tab. So let's see. It has added, a little bit of gradient here, which doesn't look all that great, but fine. I think this is something that we can take it into Claude and edit further. So let's go to V0, click on this button here, which says code. I'm just going to click in here, Control A to select all of the code, Control C to copy it. I'll go to Claude, claude.ai, and then I'm going to paste that code here. Okay, the very first thing that I'm going to do is simply say, convert this Next.js code to HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. All right. So it has started coding. Okay, let's see. Yeah, rest of the sections would follow here. Yeah, it just gave us an incomplete code, but we will ask it to give us the full code. So let's see what it gave. To be frank, for those people who have never worked with Claude, you'll not actually see this and you'll feel like, oh, it didn't do the job. So we'll just go to codeviewit.com. Okay. And I'm going to take this code, copy this code from here, go to code view it, and I'm going to paste it there and preview it. This is what we get. It doesn't look good. There's nothing actually. It just added that header section. Okay, so let's close this. Okay, go back to the code here. So let's reply back to Claude. Say, I need you to convert the entire code. If the code is really long and you get cut off, I'll let you know to continue. Okay, so let's let it do its thing. Okay, so yeah, the coding has started. Okay, so Claude got cut off at this area. So now I'm just going to say continue. Okay. So it's continuing from where it was cut off. Okay, that's great. So what we'll do here, we have two pieces of code and we need to combine that. So we'll take the first code, which is the first reply that we get. Okay, so this is the first reply. So I'm just going to copy that and go to code view it. I'll Control A, delete it, Control V. I just paste that. And this is actually pretty easy because, as is the case here, we have the head closing and the body starting here. So there is no need of, seeing if it matches. It is perfectly matching. So I'm just going to copy from here. And right below that, I'm just going to paste the whole code. Okay. And let's go to preview and we have the website actually as it is almost. So this is fine. It kind of skipped few things here. So we have these three sections that are not complete. Okay. So I'm just going to go back to Claude and say these sections are sort of empty. I'll just shift enter and then paste these things, fill that out. Okay, I'll say add the elements from the original code into the HTML. Okay, I'll just press enter. Okay, we're getting some kind of JavaScript code here. I'll just go back in to code view it to see. So normally it should be here, but you can see here testimonials will be dynamically generated by JavaScript. Okay, so that's why it has given JavaScript code here. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll actually, after existing features array, add these new arrays. Okay, let's have a look. Because in this, the JavaScript is really a short part. Okay, we have const features here. Okay, similar dynamic generation for other sections. Okay, so it did skip this part of the code. So let's do one thing. Let's actually copy it from here. Okay, let's see. It's complete. Okay, let's come here. I'm going to paste this code here. The one that we copied from here, I'm just going to paste it here. And let's see. So now if I go to full screen, we almost have the same website. This time around, it's in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. And the reason I converted it into HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is because we can actually visualize the page in a tool like this. And that allows us to actually customize these things. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let's look at the design and say we want to change something. Control minus minus to zoom out. And I'm going to actually take a screenshot of this. And I'm actually going to drag and drop it into Claude and say, I want these two elements side by side. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's see if this is already there. Add or update these styles in CSS. Okay, I'm just going to copy this and go to code view it. I'll just push it here so that it is easy for me to use. I'll just paste that here and we already have it. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing because that's updated. I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, Control V. All right, then let's see. Let's copy this one from here and search in code view it. It's there and I'm just going to copy it and paste it here. Okay, Control V. Let's see, launch box. Okay, that is also there. I'm just going to copy that and paste it here. Okay, all right. So let's see if anything changes at all. It shouldn't because we have to make the HTML change. Okay, it has already gone here. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's actually update this section. So let's copy product showcase, come here, go to code here, and I'm going to paste it there and find it. Okay, that's there. I'm just going to copy this whole thing from here and then paste it here. Okay. So by now you would have understood how useful a tool like CodeView it is to actually edit your code. Let's go to full screen. And yeah, we have this side by side. Let's say below that section, here I want a very really bold button that says apply for affiliate link. Okay, let's say below that section, add a really bold button which is large and catches attention. Give the button a glow animation. So I'm just showing you how we can keep adding new things to this page. Little by little, we can add this. So this is going to be a new style because the glow didn't exist earlier. So we are going to actually copy that as it is. And yeah, we will just use this entire CSS. Okay, I'll go to the CSS portion of the code here. Okay. And really, to be frank, I have never really coded in my life, and I've learned how to do this by doing it. Okay, for the last 4 months actually, I have been creating multiple applications. This application was actually built in Claude at a time when I knew nothing about coding. Okay, so by doing that, I've learned all these things. What does CSS mean? What does HTML section means? And what does or how does this JavaScript look or feel like? So these two parts are anyway easy to learn. The CSS and the HTML. JavaScript is harder, I guess. But I think if you have the very basic understanding, I think this will really help. Let's go back. The CSS has been added. And we have to add this new section. Okay, add this right after the product showcase. So let's let's find that. Okay, let's look at product showcase. Okay, I'm just going to go here. Okay, it's already there. I'm just going to click. This is what it is. We want to put that button below this. Okay, so I will just copy this code from here, or you can copy it from here. But if you don't want this one, then you can just ignore it. Okay, and then come here, press enter, and I'm going to paste that there. And let's go to preview and then full screen. And we have a button just added, and look at the glow that we have. Okay, and it says get started. We didn't actually give it what should be done, like what should the button say. But anyways, this is how you can customize this landing page the way you want. And if you really wanted to basically change the colors, customize the colors, add gradients, add different images. So the way we can change images is basically here. In this case, we are using stock images, but we obviously want to use our own images. Let's say that this is the final code that we have. Okay, we have finalized this design and I like it. It's not great, but to be frank, we can customize it to look however we want it. Okay, but now let's say this is the website. Okay, and I want to add custom images here and all that. So let's do one thing. Let's actually go back to Claude, and I'm not going to continue with this chat actually. I will create a new chat and I'm going to paste that HTML code here and say, can you please modularize this code for me? That's all I'm going to give. So the prompts are very simple. I'm not using any complicated prompt here. So it will give you the file structure here. So we have index.html. Okay, we have CSS, we have style.css and components. And inside components, it has divided it into multiple things. We have the main.js and assets for images. Okay, so this is the HTML file, which is the index.html. So what do we do with this now? If you see here, it says your existing HTML stays the same. Okay, I can do this now at this point in time, but let's say you don't know what that means at all. So in such cases, what we are going to do, okay, CSS is not complete. Okay, so this is actually good that it hasn't given full code here. And this is very confusing because obviously the CSS has to be a lot more. And there are more files here. If you look at this, we have navigation.css, hero.css, features.css, and we cannot see all of those. Just index.html and then there is CSS style or CSS. Okay, these things, it has not been given. We'll say, make sure to give me full code for each file so that I can do this very easily by copying and pasting it. In case you get cut off in a single message, I will let you know to continue. I am new to coding, so please give me all the codes step by step and as separate files. Okay, I'm just going to give that. Okay, so now it is giving the entire code, which is actually great. The only difference is that we have this image class showcase image and we have the Unsplash image here, and we obviously want to customize it, right? We want to use our own image, and we'll actually cover that portion as well. We have the, okay, HTML. Okay, let's say continue. So we've got the index.html. Now we have, let's continue with CSS files, starting with the main CSS style.css. Okay, this is CSS components, navigation.css. All right. We have hero.css. Okay. Let me know if you want to continue. Yes, continue, please. So we have features.css. Actually, if you wanted to just simplify these portions, we could have just put all the CSS in one single file, but this is what Claude has gone ahead with. It has separated everything. It has separated the header and all of those things. If you're building a website, that is certainly a good thing, but for landing page, it is not necessary, but continue. Okay. Okay, so we have the content.js. That's good. What else? We have mobile menu.js. Okay. Yes, continue. So it had not provided something and it remembered that it didn't give buttons.css. All right, so we have all these things. I'm just going to zoom out of this. Okay, so that it's easier. Artifacts is buggy at this point in time. I did get in touch with Claude because there were some issues. This is actually giving us a lot clearer, better code. So I'm just using the default. I'm not using the artifact right now. So we have index.html here. So we're just going to copy that, then create a folder. And in that folder, I'm actually going to right click, new, I'll start a text document. Okay, I'm just going to double click, open it, and Control V to paste that code in there and Control S to save that file. Now I will actually copy this index.html, that is the name of the file, and I'm just going to rename this. Okay, rename it to index.html. Okay, yes, okay. So we have the HTML file there. If you open that, nothing will happen. I mean, there will be stuff, but okay, let's just see. This is how it looks. So we have the page. The styling is not there because we have not added the styling. Okay, let's go back to Claude and then come down. Okay. Then we have this. Okay. We'll have to create a CSS folder here because this is inside CSS. So I'm just going to create a folder and actually copy this. Okay, this will be style.css. We are going to create a folder here and call it CSS. Okay, and inside that folder, what we'll do is actually copy this, come here, right click, same method. I'm going to create a text document, open it, paste that code there, Control S, come here, go to Claude. I'm actually going to copy style.css because this is a folder, right? So we don't need to copy that. We need to copy the file name, style.css. And I am just going to go to the folder and rename this file as that. Okay. Yes. Same thing. So this is probably a little bit of a boring work, but to be frank, we need it. And now we need to create another folder inside CSS. Inside CSS, we need one more folder, and that will be called components. Okay, so we'll copy that and we will create that, call it components. Okay, we'll open components and now come here and we'll copy this one. Same method, create a new file and we will, okay, open that, paste the code in there, Control S and then close that. Okay, we will take the name of the file navigation.css, come here, F2. I'm actually going to rename the file at navigation.css. Okay. And then come down, we have the next file. It's the same folder. Okay. Inside CSS, there is a component folder. So inside that, this is hero.css. I'm going to copy that, come to the folder, which is inside components, new file. Okay. I will open that file, paste the code, Control S to save that, come back here, copy hero.css. Okay. And F2 to rename it, Control V. So yes, okay. We continue to do this process. Components, we need features.css. I'm going to copy this. I'll speed this process up. Okay, so I have actually copied and pasted all of these CSS files. Now we have button CSS, features, and all the files that was mentioned in Claude. So at this point in time, we are inside components. We'll go back to CSS, okay? And then we'll go a little bit further back to the main folder. Okay, here, now we have to create a JS file, okay? Okay, let's see. This was CSS, JavaScript starts here. We have a JS file, data, and inside that, content. Okay, so let's create a folder called JS. Let's create a folder, call it JS. Okay, and inside JS, we have data. Okay, we'll create another folder here. We'll call it data. Okay, inside data, we have contents.js. So we're going to copy this, come here, right click, create a new document. So the process is the same here. Control S to save the file. We'll come back here, actually copy the name. Okay, Control C, go back to the folder, rename the file as JS. Yes. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go back. Now let's see, this is going to be another folder under JS, which will be called components. So we have to go back. Okay, let's copy that. This is under JS. Okay, so let's go back. Here, along with data, we'll create another folder, call it components. Okay, come back here. Inside that, we need this one. So we'll copy the code from here. We'll come here. We'll go to components. Inside components, we'll create a new document. Open that, paste the code there. Control S to save. Come here. Let's copy the mobile menu.js. Copy that. Come here and actually just paste this there. Okay, so let's come back down and see, it's inside components, under JS, under components, we have another file. So this is under components, under JS, under components. Let's create a new file. Okay, I'm going to open that, paste it there, Control S to save it, and then come back here. I will copy the name of the file and come here and Control V to paste that in there. Fantastic. Okay, so one more file we have. Now this will be the main JS, which will be inside JS. Okay, let's copy that, go to the folder, we'll go back into JS. So go back, and so we have here, this is the main file for JavaScript. So we'll open a new document, paste that code there, Control S, save that, come back here, and we will copy this, and then F2, Control V to paste. Yes, and that should actually give us the entire website. I think that's all. I don't think there is anything else. That's it. This should give us the full landing page. Voila. Okay. So we have something that is missing here. We will have to say, okay, let's do one thing, because, we need to solve the problems. So let's actually take a screenshot of that. Okay. And then I will go in there. Okay, this is the screenshot. So I'll do one thing. I'll edit it. I am going to take this one and I will use a color that stands out. Let's use yellow. And I'm going to say, look at that. And actually take that image or the screenshot into Claude and say, the styling for these buttons are missing. This is good actually. When something goes wrong, it's easier to explain. So you will feel that when something goes wrong, it can be solved. I'll add the CTA button section into components and buttons.css. Okay, we already have this buttons.css file. So we just need to update that file. So we'll just copy this from here, go to that. We'll go to CSS, inside CSS, we have components, inside components, we have buttons are here. I can actually open it in cursor, but I'm just going to open it here in Notepad. Okay, Control A, delete, Control V to paste, and then Control S to save that. And now if I just refresh this page, we have the buttons back. Now we need to fix one more thing. That is the images. The images are stock images, so we need to actually use our own. So I'm just going to give this prompt. Right now the images are stock images. How do I use my own images? Make the changes in HTML and CSS files. Okay, so let's see what Claude comes back to us with. So yeah, that should be a pretty simple. Okay, so we'll have something called assets and images in it. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's go to the folder. Okay, and inside the folder, we have the index.html. So I'm going to right click and open it in a document. I'm going to copy that code and come to code view it. I will actually Control A, delete, Control V to paste that. The reason we are doing that is because I want to edit this code. So let's see, let's look at, okay, I'm just not going to change that. If you want to, we can change it. Let's look at the showcase image. Okay, I'm just going to copy that and paste it here, showcase image. So here it is. Okay, the source, this is what changes. Okay, so we need to see here src will become this. Okay, alt will be the same. It will be the same, but the src is going to change. Okay, and this will change for all the images. Okay, all we need to do is this one. We'll copy that from here and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, this is what it is. The image name should be correct. And let's do one thing. Let's actually go back in here and let's actually look at this. Okay, we have to create something called assets and inside that we have images. Okay, let's go to the folder. Here we will create a new folder called assets. Okay, inside assets, we will create another folder called images. Okay, and that's it. And then I'm actually going to copy these two images from here, Control X, and actually I'll go to assets, images, and paste it here. Okay, I'm just going to use this BG as the showcase image. So I'm just going to copy this file name. Okay, full with the JPEG. So I'm just going to come here and I will change this name to this. Okay, bg.jpg. So I'm just going to copy this, Control A, Control C, come here to the folder and inside the folder we'll go to HTML. Okay, I will open it here. We could open it in cursor also, but I'll just open it here and just Control H, Control V, okay, and Control S. Okay, now if we actually go here and refresh this page at the top, this has changed, the image has changed. Why? Because it is now reading from our local file. Okay, so we just need to do that with all the images. Okay, so what we need to do is actually change this src from all the images. Wherever there is an image, we need to change that. And one way of doing that is, so we'll just type in src in the search bar and we'll find that here this is one image and the second image is here, which we already changed. Okay, but some of the images are actually in the JavaScript in this particular case. Okay, because we have these images and all that. Okay, so we need to change it even at that spot. Okay, we need to open this file content.js and change that here. We'll do the same thing. We'll copy that code from there, bring it to code view it and do the same thing. Okay, so the process remains the same. This should be actually easy and doable for you. Okay, so if you have followed this video throughout, you will understand that you can use AI to actually build, customize, and create landing pages very easily, actually proper coded landing pages on your own using AI. And you can really customize it and design it to your needs. Okay, so just three tools. We use V0 to clone the website. Then we change the copy in ChatGPT, and then we bring that into Claude, change the code from Next.js to HTML so that we can edit it the way we want, right? To visualize a Next.js or a React code is very, very hard. And if you're a beginner and starting out, that would take a long time for you to figure out. So best option is to actually use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And that's what we have done in this video. Okay, so if you'd like to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next one.